tan mal cuando miras a otro lado, los fantasmas del pasado no se detendrán hasta verte derrumbado. Eso lo hemos pasado, los fantasmas del pasado. Andaba a golpes con la tristeza, me aportó riqueza, me otorgó sabiduría, pues se dibujaba en todas mis piezas. Yo con alegría le daba color después. La aguja sigue girando, tiempo parece se burlar de mí. Dijo que sanaría esperando, pero creo que la espina aún sigue ahí. Con los dedos no voy palpando, cierro los puños, escapa de aquí. Agonizando, no me espera el tiempo, no voy a esperar por ti.
Nuestras huellas en la orilla se han borrado por la marea. Si esas estrellas ya no brillan, las entiendo pa' que veas. Sea donde sea, bajo la tormenta o dentro de la odisea, donde arañas cubren el cielo de tela, los aviones nadan y los barcos vuelan. Aunque parezca que va bien, no sabes bien si va mal. Besos que pueden doler, ojos que pueden matar. Tengo mi alma en el almacén encerrada, mi corazón está en huelga, mis sentimientos en ámbar. Gente, Calamala dijo que estaría presente. Fallaron como nunca, se fueron para siempre. Millones de razones para vengarme, pero a veces duele más actuar indiferente.
Como no quieren ver ahogados, tenemos branquias y cerrados los bronquios como la mente de un guardia. Yo soy la montaña y vine con la cordillera. Más cojones que tu ganga tiene una madre soltera. Tú cúbrete si suena mi tu. A mi lado tengo soldados fumando de su palulú. Ni un conjuro de grimorio me lo salva del velorio. Pa' tener pila valorio se matan vestidos de emporio. Y yo no quiero una pistola, estoy soñando que la vida que quería me llega a tiempo. Desde que yo la vi sola, loco ando. Vino a verme cuando el sol se estaba poniendo y se dejó una pluma y se perdió en la bruma. Nunca se despidió de mí, nunca se despidió de mí.
Vivo en un mundo que parece roto y sé que no, porque todo es perfecto y lo debo plasmar. Me fumo un trocolor tras otro y lo veo todo otro color. Me siento libre porque vuelvo a conectar. Mi gente sufre y no lo puedo evitar, más que dándole consejos siempre desde la humildad. Es su camino hacia la fraternidad. Solo puedo que enseñarles a respetar y amar. Con esta bendición, como no voy a aprovechar los códigos que llegan, los tenemos que aceptar. Si me reencarné fue para ayudar y no para malgastar mi tiempo en beneficio del mal. En la unión nace la fuerza y eso nos hace juntar las ganas que siempre tuvimos para iluminar a la gente que se le ocurra y la malla armonizar. Vinimos para dar fuego a la que no nos va a quemar.
Arda y por dentro la llama, no puedo contener la ras. Churruscao el corazón, el armazón no puede llegar a pesarme más. Si abro la boca, tu tumba al suelo, me muelo a diario y sobrado de gas. Escupo ristas perfectas, paladas de versos eternos, no mueren jamás. Cuando acabe mi condena, me vi muy solo y perdido. Cada vez más negra la flema, más elegante el problema, pero planté cara a todos mis enemigos. Recuperé las ganas, las fuerzas y el garbo. Dedico requiems a mis diablos, que aquí estoy vivo de milagro. Delicadas flores crecieron entre los cardos. Me dicen vienes más delgado que de costumbre. Será de tanto que he bailado en el alambre, que a tanta pena es mejor no ponerle nombre. Llevamos la música en vena, nuestra sangre.
Declaraciones.
Un poco sobreiluminados es bueno.
Sí, porque no pueden jugar.
El cielo es
Luego
nuestro.
levanto sol.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. All right, so apparently we got a little bit of a problem already. And it happened since this. Shut up, man! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Get out of here! It happened since I had to restart again. Everything seemed to be working fine, and then once I started the sound, I guess everything went berserk. Hello, testing. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Anyhow, and then now, apparently, this system can't play certain videos. Man, I find it so interesting that it's doing this sort of thing. Give me a second, okay? Doing this sort of thing right now. That's kind of even getting involved in this platform, man. I'm not making this up, family. I don't need this drama shit, man. I really don't. Oh, shoot, man. I can't even upload this video here. And it says now that this platform. Three, testing one. There we go. Okay, shoot. That. There we go. Oh man. But you know what, family? I'm noticing something that I mean, can somebody let me know if it's working because I'm getting a notification here that we are disconnected officially. So let me know if it's working or not. I need to know because it keeps telling me that I'm checking the source here on my end, and it seems to start another link. We're good. We're good. Okay. All right. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's hurry up, man, because you know what? As it is what it is. So, I wanted to play this music to give you guys a historical understanding as to, who we are according to the Bible. Not only that, man. Not only that, fam. Let me make myself small. Not only that, according to what a lot of people say. So now, this is a book called Título de Totonicapán. Texto, traducción y comentario, written in 1983. Listen, I don't care what people say when this book was written. Let me tell you this right now. Because no matter what year this book is written, family, you can't find this book. Okay? I'm going to tell you this right now. Hopefully the brother shows up, Julio. Him and I have been talking about this. And we found it. So we're going to do our due diligence to get it. But believe me when I say this. Believe me that this is not a book that you can find. You cannot buy it. You cannot order it or on Amazon. You can go to India. You can go to AB Books. I mean, all of those things. A Books, whatever they call them. Can't find it. So obviously, it's very significant. I'm going to read you something real quick, okay? You guys decide. Again, I'm just showing you. Can we really prove? No. We can only use what we have and work with what we can. So this is la transición de la tradición bíblica a la historia quiche. Transición de la tradición bíblica a la historia quiche. All right. So when you read this book here, you see how they're actually talking about who they are and where they came from. You'll see. Ahora aquí está su historia. Ellos violaron sus leyes y cambiaron su lengua. Page 174. En el lugar llamado Wucupec, Wucup-Siwan, Siwan-Tulán, y el Empamparrar, Pampalish, Pampashil y el Panac-Ela. Y fue en un paraíso terrenal donde fuimos formados y creados por Dios, en el gran Señor. No estimaron su nombre debido a sus pecados y lo llamaron Sewantulam, Sineyetón, dice la historia. Y este es Wucupec, Wucupsiwan, que verdaderamente fue en la cueva, en la barranca donde durmieron en el oriente. Moraban ahí antes de venir. Tal vez entonces se perdieron en Asiria por causa de Salmanasar. Este es otro capítulo que voy a relatar, el de la composición del señorío, es decir, el principio de la historia al cuento del Cerro Amarillo, del Cerro Verde, del territorio de Pasaguán, Patulán, y la escritura llamada de la cueva de la barranca de Tulán. So, he's talking about the history. Now, skip through. This is an excellent book, family. Listen to me when I tell you this. You will not find this book. You cannot buy it at the store. I'm telling you right now, it's not found. I have no idea why. I mean, I can assume. But here's where it gets really interesting, okay? So it talks about a couple of different things. So I'll read up a little bit and I'll bring it down, right? Let's not hide anything here. Ahora delataremos la permanencia y el traslado de ellos, los israelitas, por Dios el Gran Señor, y la conquista de los cananeos, los hebreos y los israelitas. Tenían 3 hombres, israelitas, cananeos y hebreos, se les llamaban a nuestros abuelos y padres. Ahora contaremos nuestro principio, nuestra permanencia y nuestra venida aquí desde donde sale el sol. Escuchadme y os los alcanzaré. Os voy a contar vuestra historia. En guerras se perdieron nuestros abuelos y padres. los nietos e hijos de Adán y Eva, Noé, Abraham, Isaac y Jacob, porque olvidaron a su Dios. Por eso fueron aborrecidos por el Dios del gran Señor. Like, hold on a second.
O sea, a ver, que alguien me explique.
Who is these guys talking? Like, who are you? Show you this book real quick. El título de Totoponicapán, texto, traducción y comentario. Edición similar, transcripción y traducción por Roberto Carmack, James L. y Montlock. Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, 1983. I don't care if it's a recent. You guys just read. It's a, yeah, but you can't find it. Trust me, family. I'm on a mission. Julio, if you're here, bro, you know what I'm talking about, man. Because we found it. I'm on a mission. So now, let's go back to the page and get to the point. Because we're going to move on. Excellent book, fam. So it reads page 74, 75. So let's read on the bottom here. And we'll start in, let's say, we'll start here, okay? Well, the same context. Ahora daremos el nombre de la primera gente. Los primeros quiches eran 4 personas. El primer señor era Balaam Kitse, nuestro abuelo, y padre de los Kawakib. El segundo señor fue Balaam Acab, el abuelo y padre de los Nayahib o Nahayib. El tercer señor fue Mahukotah, el abuelo y padre de los imagino, quiches, o quiches o quiches, o ka o quiches, something like that. El cuarto señor fue Aki Balaam. Eran los primeros quiches. Capapulama fue el nombre de la esposa de Balaam Kitsie, el primer señor. Su hija, el nombre de la esposa de Balaam Acab, el segundo señor. La esposa de Mahukotag. El tercer señor fue Kakishaha. Aquí Balaam era el joven cuando vino de donde sale el sol. Oh, my God.
¡Que alguien me explique!
He came from the east, right? On that side. Check this out. Este es el segundo grupo quichue que llama Tamud, los primeros señores, Tambús con Koopi, Kochotlan, I can only try, Uinalo, Ok, Anawil, eran solo 4 personas. El verdadero origen de las señoras, el verdadero origen de los señores Tamubés, de los Kakok y Ecomac, ellos eran testigos mutuos de este libro. Ellos vinieron. So these other groups came with them. I find this funny here, Ecomac. Eskimo, maybe? Those guys, the ones that came with them that were also part of slavery, the other group. So now, that says, a morir aquí del otro lado del lago, del otro lado del mar, donde sale el sol en Tulán y Sawam. El tercer grupo, quichue, fue el de los Iacab. Solo constaba de 4 personas. So we'll read, I'm going to skip all that because I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But here's the point. Estos parcialidades de los quiches tenían una sola lengua y unidad. Son descendientes de los israelitas. De nosotros, la gente quiche que vivimos de Babilonia, de donde sale el sol.
O sea, a ver, que alguien me explique.
What do you mean? What are you saying? These Quichuas are saying, or Quiches, are saying that there are Israelites who came out of Babylonia. where the sun comes from. Son descendientes de los israelitas. Que nosotros, la gente quiche, que vivimos de Babilonia, donde sale el sol. Family, this is the reason you got a bunch of dumb wabbles. Thirsty bastards is what I say. Because this is your heritage. And they are so desperate to have it, that they would even suck on your toes if they could. And those are facts. But this is your history. That's why it's important that you guys learn. And you don't base it off some, well, that guy read it to me. No, you have to get in the book. La migración del oriente al quiche. En esta forma vinieron, let's read this. En esta forma vinieron de donde sale el sol, y cuando fueron traídos, sus jefes eran Balaam Kitse, Balaam Acab, Mahukotak y aquí Balaam. Vinieron cuando el Señor Nakshitz, él dio el Pishom Ka'akal. Here he goes. Check this out. Now, it says here, cuando vinieron aquí, estaban desnudos, estaban descubiertos. Solo tenían sus taparrabos y armaduras de malla. Cuando llegaron a la orilla del mar, Balaam Keitse tomó su bastón y golpeó el mar, like Moses. Inmediatamente el mar se secó y se convirtió en arena lisa. Así, los 3 grupos de los primeros quiches, junto con los 3 grupos de parcialidades de Tacpan que seguían tras ellos, pasaron así hacia acá, nomás pasaron el mar cuando se cerró, you see? So apparently they were, según tras ellos, right? Chasing them. En verdad, dijeron que fue un acto de amor hecho por Dios hacia ellos porque rezaron a un solo Dios, a Titzakol Bitol, en medio del cielo y la tierra, porque ciertamente eran los verdaderos descendientes de Abraham y Jacob. Family. This is not a coincidence. Our gente knew who the hell they were. Who in the hell they were. You, on the other hand, choose not to know who the hell you are. That's why this brother here, I like what he says, and I showed him often. But it's time, man, that we start waking up, family. Let's listen real quick, all right? I'm going to speed it up just a slight bit. It's time to learn, family. Hold on, let's see. I think we're wondering if you guys can hear it. Okay, so I guess they're going to mess with that audio. Hold on a second, family. Let me go ahead and add this here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Are you going to mess with this audio now? Can you guys hear it? Okay, no. They're going to mess with that, dude. You guys are on the attack. Damn. They can't get enough of y'all, family. They love you guys, bro. They had that kind of attention.
Y el objetivo de esta entrevista es difundir
There
este
we go.
mensaje.
Hold on a second.
Tratar de entrar en la ideología.
Hold on a second, family.
Entonces, esa es una. Otra, busquendo el...
Oye, Martín, pasaríamos ya al otro tema de decir cuáles son los retos que enfrenta la mexicanidad hoy en día, porque tú y yo estamos platicando y el objetivo de esta entrevista es difundir este mensaje, tratar de entrar en la ideología de las personas que todavía no conocen esto, porque simplemente no les interesa la historia de su país, o porque, aunque les interese, leen historias equivocadas. ¿Cuáles serían los retos? ¿Qué podemos hacer? Y ¿Y qué tenemos que alcanzar para lograr una mayor concientización de tantos millones de mexicanos que viven en la ignorancia total de nuestra cultura mexicana?
Mira, pues hay muchas formas de hacerlo, ¿no? Porque yo pienso esto. Primero es una obligación nacional de todo mexicano saber dónde vive, dónde está parado, cuál es el epicentro donde se desarrolló, es decir, su casa, su tierra. Eso debería ser una obligación nacional, no tan solo porque el gobierno o la educación te lo diga.
And you know what, gente, my beloved, you guys know damn well that that's true. Because if you don't, you're a sucker. You're a sucker for lies. Don't believe me. I gave you the source. Read and study. 350 something videos, each one averaging at least 2-3 hours. You guys know how I roll. There's enough damn source in here for nobody to pull excuses. If you've seen this channel, the Most High is going to say, I already told you. We don't lie here. Now, you've seen other channels that may give you half truth, but at least there's some truth, so you can't say you never heard it. Better start waking up, gente. It is your prerogative. It is your damn business to know who the F you are. Because this brother's going to say, hey, just because you look like me, or what if I'm not even your gente? Hey, who knows how the Most High works? Lord willing, I am. But you just never know. So my job, like yours, is to study to show yourself approved. But not unto me. Not unto the Most High. Not unto your parents. That's for damn sure. There's only one person, one particular reason you should be literally like taking this serious. Here, matter of fact, let me give you a scripture real quick so you can at least understand what I'm talking about, man. There's a few in the old and in the new. They're all over the place, to be honest with you. You know, sometimes people need reminders, I guess. Let's go to Job chapter 34, verse 3. Watch what it says. Let us choose to our judgment. I'm sorry, no, Job 34 and 3, sorry. For the ear trieth words, right? You know, when you hear people speak, they use a lot of letters, right? When you put a word together, it sounds different, has its tonality. For the ear trieth words, as the mouth tasteth meat. Now, in this case, it's the scriptures. When you hear the word, you have to be very mindful and discern what it's saying. And when you get to taste it, you have to know when it's strong meat or if you may not be ready for meat. So you have to be prepared. But how do you survive? Your body can't go without meat. Now, exactly here, we're talking about the word, not actual food. Okay? Psalms 119. Watch this. Psalms 119. We'll go to 103 real quick. Psalms 119, 103. How sweet are thy words unto my taste. You see? When you chew these words, chew them slowly. And chew them because you want to make sure they digest properly. Take your time. But that's what we're supposed to do. You don't rush something delicious. You take your time. How sweet are thy words unto my taste. Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. So now we know what feeds us. Correct? The words of the Most High. Let's go to the new so you can see. Hebrews 5:14. Give me a second here real quick. Where is it at? Okay, 5:14. And it reads here. It says, but strong meat, like I said, belongeth to them that are full of age, meaning understanding. Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. See what I'm talking about? When you are eloquent with the scriptures, you'll know how to listen and you'll know how to chew. I've read this scripture before to you guys. It's nothing new, but it connects to what I'm saying right now. Wherefore, laying aside all malice, and all guile, and all hypocrisy, and envies, and evil speaking, as newborn babes. Babes don't chew meat. Desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so, ye be if so be ye have tasted the word, Lord is gracious. So again, taste food. So what are you supposed to do, family? Feed yourselves with your historical facts of who you are according to the scriptures. Let's go.
Oye, Martín, pasaríamos ya al otro tema de decir cuáles son los retos que enfrenta la mexicanidad hoy en día, porque tú y yo estamos platicando y el objetivo de esta entrevista es difundir este mensaje, tratar de entrar en la ideología de las personas que todavía no conocen esto, porque simplemente no les interesa la historia de su país o porque, aunque les interese, leen historias equivocadas. ¿Cuáles serían los retos? ¿Qué podemos hacer? ¿Y qué tenemos que alcanzar para lograr una mayor concientización de tantos millones de mexicanos que viven en la ignorancia total de nuestra cultura mexicana?
Mira, pues hay muchas formas de hacerlo, ¿no? Porque yo pienso esto. Primero es una obligación nacional de todo mexicano saber dónde vive, dónde está parado, cuál es el epicentro donde se desarrolló, es decir, su casa, su tierra. Eso debería ser una obligación nacional, no tan solo porque el gobierno o la educación te lo diga, sino tú mismo por tu intuición, por tu familia, por tu tierra, por tu casa, por tus hijos. Debería ser una obligación nacional saber qué significa ser mexicano. A ver, pregúntale a cualquier mexicano qué significa ser mexicano. No saben, ¿verdad? Entonces luego, nosotros que somos el núcleo social, deberíamos presionar con nuestros actos, con nuestras propuestas. El propio gobierno tiene que cambiar, tiene que mostrar una historia verdadera. Mira, la educación en México instruye, pero no educa. Sí instruye, pero para joder al prójimo, pero no educa, porque enseñan a que seas el mejor, pisoteando al hermano, pisoteando al otro estudiante, ¿verdad? Y más las escuelas particulares porque pagan, entonces hasta los maestros se tienen que hacer sumisos ante los alumnos porque son hijos de gente que paga. Entonces, esa es una. Otra, pues que no alcanzan a ver con sus propios ojos toda la grandeza que tenemos como país. Ríos, lagos, mares, bosques, nieve, desiertos, pluviselvas, mares, pantanos, oro, plata, petróleo y encima los mexicanos, ¿verdad? Pero no sabemos nada de eso. Y ya no te hablé de la cultura, del legado cultural filosófico, astronómico, místico, guerrero. Cabrón, tenemos todo para ser los mejores, por lo menos para nosotros mismos, ¿no? Entonces debe ser una obligación nacional. No puedes ser un ciego si naces en un pueblo tan bonito. No puedes ser ciego y oídos sordos si estás viendo unas maravillas. Digo, ahí en Morelos tienen a Xochicalco, tienen a Teopanzolco, tienen Tepoztlán, ¿no? Hay muchos, Tlayacapan, etcétera, ¿no? Hay varios sitios que son nuestro origen. Ahí, en esos sitios, se empezó a formar la nación mexicana. La nación mexicana no se formó con los españoles. Es como si dices que Estados Unidos nació con el Mayflower. Llegaron en sus barquitos el Mayflower y entonces ahí nació Estados Unidos, ¿no? Todos los pieles rojas, ¿qué? También les llegaron a robar, igual que a nosotros, ¿no? No, la nación viene desde antes. Somos por eso herederos legítimos. Somos los habitantes originarios de estas tierras. Y con esto no quiero decir que estoy buscando culpables, ¿no? Porque pues ya vivimos en un tiempo nuevo, pero es importante saber quiénes fueron tus abuelos, hayan sido blancos, prietitos, negritos, o morenitos, chaparritos, o panzoncitos, ¿sí? Pero tienes que saber.
Hey, family, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad he actually said that because you know what? At this point, I'm not. Am I really looking to blame a specific person? No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, look at your history and stop trying to tell us who we are. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to tell you, oh, you know, no. I'm saying, look, I know who I am, and based on history, I kind of know who you are. But you keep telling me that who I am, and I'm telling you, I know who you are. Yet you don't accept who I tell you who I am. No. I'd say, listen, based on history, I know who I am. Nope, you're a Mongol. Based on history, I know that you guys aren't our people. Yes, we are the 12th tribe of Israel. At every single angle, you guys are trying to tell us who we are. And we're trying to tell you, look, we're not who you say we are. Stop. History keeps repeating itself. And yet, at this moment, we're at the pinnacle of that opportunity where we change that shit now. Because now we're seeing people waking the hell up. Look, listen, family, this is a strong point here. Because we're starting to see people now say, listen, okay, whether you don't understand if you're Hebrew or not, fine, I get it. I started looking at where I came from, my tribe, like, you know, am I from, you know, because I'm from Guadalajara, that's what I always knew. So I'm like, okay, am I from Tarascano or Chichimecos, you know what I mean? Because I always used to sculpt. I was a sculptor since I was young, and it was like a gift for me. And they do that, a lot of that. So I was like, maybe that's where I am from, you know? That's what led me to this point. So we're all in a process. Some of them are more ahead than others. Now, the point being is, it's our duty to find out who we are. Let's continue.
Saber quiénes fueron, para así poder saber quién eres tú y a dónde vas y qué estás haciendo con tu vida personal, ¿no? Al mundo no solo venimos como una gran masa a vivir, a comer, a hacer del baño y a morir. No, digo, venimos a algo, ¿no? Y la diferencia es la conciencia. Por eso nuestros pueblos antiguos buscaron esa parte espiritual. Primero, hacer la simbiosis con la tierra. Yo nada más te pregunto, ¿dónde naciste? En la tierra. ¿Dónde está tu casa? En la tierra. ¿Dónde amaste? ¿Dónde sufres? ¿Dónde te desarrollas? En la tierra. ¿Y dónde vas a morir? En la tierra, ¿verdad? El epicentro de lo que somos. Nuestra madre.
And again, it goes back to this point here. Do not take these books lightly. Page 176 of this book. Look, I'll show you real quick. You can't find it anywhere, fam. Can't even find it for sale. You can find it here. You can find it there. Let's say Amazon. Watch this. Amazon's basic. Look. They don't have it. Let's say we go to AB Books. And trust me, fam, I collect books. That's like a personal hobby of mine. Can't find this book. This is just basic ones. If I can't get them here, then I go somewhere else, and even then, it's difficult. Yeah, libraries have them, and all a few libraries have them, but not like for sale. Matter of fact, I even know a place where you can get them printed, and he said can't get it printed, can't get a copy. Interesting. Now you tell me. Everybody says, "Well, I got a book from 1349 that says you guys are Mongols." Stupid. All I have to show you is hidden truth. For 500 years, they kept this book from us. Not this one. Our book. For 500 years, family. Okay? And who did what he did? Zumarraga gave us the Virgin Mary.
Spaniard.
Zumarraga, what else did he do? Taught us el credo, Padre Nuestro, que estás en el cielo, Rosary, Ave Maria, all of that stuff, right? Zumarraga made sure not to print the Bible in any language of our people. And Zumarraga made sure to promote the imagery of the Virgen Maria. And Zumarraga made sure to promote that we were savages and made sure to destroy what? All of our books. So now what people assume is what they said, that we were savages. Like this guy.
Gets upset at Mexicans for removing Christopher Columbus statue located in Mexico City. This Spaniard goes on a rant and claims that by removing this statue, Mexicans are disrespecting their European heritage. He gets more angry on the fact that Columbus will be replaced by an indigenous Olmec woman. The Spaniard goes on to say,
Lo que sí me extraña es que quieran meter una estatua de una indígena. ¿Qué van a meter? Una indígena mexica, de los que hacían sacrificios humanos en América antes de que vinieran los españoles. Porque de ser así, tendrían que decir que esas tribus mexicas eran unas tribus muy machistas, porque mataban a mujeres y a niños para satisfacer a sus dioses.
In efforts to recognize the great contribution of indigenous people in Mexico, Andrés Manuel López Obrador approved the removal of the Columbus statue since we no longer celebrate genocide. Let's remember that Spaniards like this are the same ones promoting Hispanidad. By claiming to be Hispanic, these people think they still have a right to tell us what to do with our country, but we have no say on theirs. Do y'all think that the removal of this statue was justified or not? Spaniard.
And, it's funny because our own gente believes that. Believe me, they believe that. I found this video to be quite interesting. Let's listen in, okay? Check this out. If you don't know who you are, someone else will tell you. And if someone else tells you, probably not a good idea. Let's listen in, okay? Yeah, I have to do it like this, Sally Fran, because it's not my video. Oh, what are you gonna do now? Hold on a second, Fran. What's going on, dude? This is funny. Oh, God. I got some complaining to do with this service. It's probably not even them. It's probably not even them.
My mom, like, are we indigenous? And she's like,
Hold
well,
on,
yeah,
hold
we
on,
are.
hold on,
But
hold on.
now
You guys can't even see that. Oh, you guys can. There it goes. Okay, good.
I asked my mom, like, are we indigenous? And she's like, well, yeah, we are. But like, I can't really say that. People look at me like, no, you're not, or like, you're Mexican, but you're not indigenous, like, because I don't practice in the, like, no.
That's not the way it works. Let's first ask the better question. What does indigenous mean? It just means the original inhabitant of this land. Regardless of your cultural practices, your religious beliefs, nothing can take away that you're original, a descendant of the original people of this land. If you are no longer practicing the culture and tradition and ceremonies of the people that you come from, it's due to colonialism. It's due to acculturation and ethnic cleansing. It's not our fault. So you take away my indigeneity because I'm no longer I'm not supposed to practice any of this. That's what colonialism did. So if anybody tries to tell you you're not indigenous, what culture do you practice? I practice the culture of the colonizer, just like all of us. What's your point? You're not going to take away the fact that my ancestors are the indigenous people of this land. I don't give a shit about your opinion. That seems like a personal problem. But if my DNA test result says 82% Native American, that's your problem, how you want to feel about that. No one's going to make me feel guilty of anything. This is what I am. And whatever you like or don't like about it, that's your fucking problem.
You're gonna make me cry.
Hey, listen to the first time I even listened to this, bro. That's fire. That's what I'm damn talking about. Hey, nobody do it again. You guys got to start learning, family, man. Wake the hell up, fam. I'm telling you, man, there is a spirit. They woken up the true leaders of the book. Let's go.
Cry.
If it's true, though, it's the truth. It's the truth. That's their personal
And
problem.
we say it humbly.
I know it's not white people saying this to you. It's our own people, right? Yeah, these people are behaving just like the colonizer. They're attempting to detach us from what we are. So on one hand, you're mad because I'm claiming to be a Latino and Hispanic. But when I claim indigenous, well, what culture do you practice? Listen, you don't get to decide shit. I know who I descend from. What you feel about that is none of my business. Your ancestors are your ancestors. Me, for example, my name is Ricardo. Generally speaking, Mexicans think that's a Mexican name. Yes or no?
Yes.
But it's not. It's a fucking Italian name. I speak Spanish. We think that's a Mexican language. That's a language that belongs to the Spaniards. Our
That's
last
right.
names represent the people that owned us. For example, Sanchez, Martinez. These are Spaniard names. These are the names of the people that came and conquered and colonized. When they kidnapped us and owned us as slaves, they removed our identity.
Family, you want to know why I love this? I'll explain it to you why I love this, man. Because this is the reason why. I was talking to my wife about this, man, and I was like, do you know why I do the classes? Do you know why I do these classes? The style I do them, and for the reason I do these classes. Do you know why? She was like telling me a bunch of different things, and I said, I'm trying to show my people who they are. Because the moment they find out that who they thought they were was given to them, then they're going to start questioning, well, what else was given to me? Wait, exactly. So I'm like, okay, wait. Like this brother said right here. This is a name, last name that they didn't give to us. We didn't know them. We didn't speak that language. And you're going to say, okay, well, Christianity ain't from me either. Exactly my point. Exactly my point. You see, you cut the root. The root is what we assumed that we were. You cut the root, you got no tree. When you plant the root, you got a tree. And this is what I'm trying to do, family. I didn't want to waste my time when showing you guys all kinds of, I could have. Like my wife even said, what about, I want you to teach the laws and all this because you know all of those and you know milk real well. Blah. I go, honey, but you want to know something? I got to remind them of who they freaking are because I can tell them this and that, but if they're still in that spirit of Christianity and they still think they're, Mexicans fall to the firme, right? Based on colonialism, they're never going to understand where I'm coming from. But if I remind them and make them question, all I was trying to do was make y'all question. Like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Wait a minute, hold on a second. And then that's when the questions begin too. If that wasn't properly told, then what else is also in? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. All right, sorry, fam. Let's just. I got a system called. Well, actually, I'm not gonna name it. I talked to a brother, and he thinks something's going on, and I have a feeling that it is. I didn't tell him. I didn't want to do what I needed to do, but
I've asked my mom, like, are we indigenous? And she's like, well, yeah, we are. But now, like, I can't really say that because then people look at me like, no, you're not. Or, like, you're Mexican, but you're not indigenous. Like, because I don't practice in the, like, no.
That's not the way it works. Let's first ask the better question. What does indigenous mean? It just means the original inhabitant of this land. Regardless of your cultural practices, your religious beliefs, nothing can take away that you're original, a descendant of the original people of this land. If you are no longer practicing the culture and tradition and ceremonies of the people that you come from, it's due to colonialism. It's due to acculturation and ethnic cleansing. It's not our fault. So you take away my indigeneity because I'm no longer I'm not supposed to practice any of this. That's what colonialism did. So if anybody tries to tell you you're not indigenous, what culture do you practice? I practice the culture of the colonizer, just like all of us. What's your point? You're not going to take away the fact that my ancestors are the indigenous people of this land. I don't give a shit about your opinion. That seems like a personal problem. But if my DNA test result says 82% Native American, that's your problem, how you want to feel about that. No one's going to make me feel guilty of anything. This is what I am. And whatever you like or don't like about it, that's your fucking problem.
You're gonna make me cry.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's their personal problem. Because I know it's not white people saying this to you. It's our own people, right? Yeah, these people are behaving just like the colonizer. They're attempting to detach us from what we are. So on one hand, you're mad because I'm claiming to be a Latino and Hispanic. But when I claim indigenous, oh, what culture do you practice? Listen, you don't get to decide shit. I know who I descend from. What you feel about that is none of my business. Your ancestors are your ancestors. Me, for example, my name is Ricardo. Generally speaking, Mexicans think that's a Mexican name. Yes or no?
Yes.
But it's not. It's a fucking Italian name. I speak Spanish. We think that's a Mexican language. That's a language that belongs to the Spaniard. Our last names represent the people that owned us. For example, Sanchez, Martinez. These are Spaniard names. These are the names of the people that came and conquered and colonized. When they kidnapped us and owned us as slaves, they removed our identity, our names, and they stamped us with their brand. Martinez, Sanchez, and so our offspring became Sanchez, Martinez. We are identifying with the same identity as the colonizer from Spain. We are speaking the language of our colonizer from Spain. We're practicing Catholicism like the colonizer from Spain. This is an ongoing condition of ethnic cleansing and acculturation. This is the aftermath of a people that have been colonized. You can't make me feel guilty because I'm a product of what my ancestors were forced to go through. People ask me when I have my break, especially, oh, you look Native American. I am. You know, I don't belong to any tribe. Oh, you're not real Native. That's going to be your problem right there. You could feel however you want about me, but I am what I am. No one's going to guilt me out of trying to not claim what I am. You're not going to do that to me, period.
You gave me peace, honestly. You really did.
See, family, that's the kind of leadership we need in a sense of what he understands. But at least he's breaking through and destroying the insecurities of that sister, because that insecurity is a spirit. And that's what they're here to do. You want to talk like that, talk about those things. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Don't forget. Any device to keep your spirit on the low. Any device. I'll give an example. Look, this is for entertainment. But again,
Joe Biden is sitting on his hands.
But how many of our people actually do believe this? Believe me, they believe this. Believe me, they believe this. But at the same time, how many actually do want to vote for this guy over here on the left? And you know what he's about. Let's listen in.
He refuses to take care of the border. He refuses to hold the drug cartels accountable. This is the vision of Biden, Harris, Newsom.
I support border security. I think the asylum system is broken. I believe that we need...
I understand that.
I'm the only guy here that's a border state governor. You're trolling folks and trying to find migrants to play political games to try to get some news and attention so you can out-Trump Trump. And by the way, how's that going for you, Ron? You're down 41 points in your own home state.
Everybody?
Biden administration, the last 3 years, it's been a master
Joe
class
Biden
of job
paying you
creation.
tonight?
3.9%.
I thought this was state versus state.
No, but it's about the United States of America. I thought this guy was running for president of the United States. If
You
you're
are
running
too.
for a
You just won't
are you
admit
running
it.
for a
You
third?
just won't admit it. You will not admit it.
Is Joe Biden experiencing this cognitive decline? Is it a danger to the country? Do you find when he speaks?
I want to remind you that this is also religion. And this is how we can connect the dots when we read the book the other few days ago. And it talked about Nimrod's system. He implemented religion and an economic system that was based on competitiveness, meaning capitalism. Let's continue.
What is your reaction to it?
Yes, he's in decline. Yes, it's a danger to the country. He has no business running for president. And, you know, Gavin Newsom agrees with that. He won't say that. That's why he's running his shadow campaign.
We'll take Joe Biden at 100 versus Ron DeSantis any day of the week at any age. You had quarantines. You had quarantines. You had checkpoints all over the state of Florida. By the way, I didn't say that. Donald Trump laid you out on this, dead to right. You did that.
True.
You followed science. You followed Fauci, Ron DeSantis.
That's not
He followed science. He followed.
You had more kids locked out of school for a longer period of time in California than anywhere else in the country. It was the working class kids. It was the middle income kids. Kids were in private school. They were in class in person.
Slow down. I want everyone to be heard. If I can ask you, I really do want this to breathe. I want this debate to
Hey, you know, this reminds me of no difference when I was in elementary or junior high. No, actually junior high, because I don't remember elementary. I mean, I don't remember kids debating. That's what I mean. But junior high, yeah, and high school, yeah. And it's no different. Anyways, let me move on from this, because you know what? I just wanted to show you the racism of this, but you know what? It doesn't matter anymore, man, because we already know. So now let's get to the nitty gritty, man. We were watching the other day. We were watching a movie called Nacho Libre, the nitty gritty. Let's get to the nitty gritty. I think that movie's so funny, man. Can't get over it. Matthew 12:33. It says, either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruits. Now, you know what that means, family? That means when you raise a child, either make the tree good and his or her fruit will be good. Well, technically, in this case, we'll just say he, right? Or else make the tree corrupt. Corruptness by teaching them your stupidity of Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Letting them believe that the system that we're taught in school is the right belief. Letting them believe that there's such a thing as Trinity, or that there was such a thing as a God coming down and impregnating a woman and becoming a sperm and then becoming a God again. And that's how we get our Messiah, our anointed. That supposedly. Now, again, and then you want to also understand, either make the tree good. We know why, because there's people that don't believe in the whole entire book. You know, listen, I'm reading this book here, and I read it before, but it's been a while. It's called Mark of the Beast by Peter Ruckman. One thing that he talks about is how, I mean, you can make excuse after excuse to believe or not to believe. Yeah, you can really run into say, well, you know, it says this and the New Testament says that. But you know what? If you look at the entire translation, I mean, for God's sakes, man, there's no such thing as Paleo Hebrew understanding right now. Oh, if any Hebrew is out there, is Yiddish, and that ain't real Hebrew. That's German and all that stupid ass European crap. So if you want to question, no. Our goal is to either make a good tree good and its fruit good, or else make a tree corrupt. It is, like I said before, it is our job to feed ourselves every single day, and that's how we feed this tree. Now, what does the scripture say in John 7:38? Anybody know? I mean, you don't have to go to it, but I might as well just say it. I feel like I'm in a class, man. I'm sorry, I don't have you guys in front of me. John 7:38 says, he that believeth on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. What does a tree need to survive? It needs water and food too. Either make the tree good and its fruit good. How do you do that? By learning about who you are, meaning setting up the roots properly. You make a good tree by, we're going to stay here, but I want to remind you, you make a good tree by doing what? Hosea 12:12 says, sow yourselves into righteousness, reap in mercy. What do you do to sow? And how do you reap? This is the aftermath, right? Hold on. Break up your fallow ground. Oof. Fallow ground means dry. Break up your dry spirit, your dry brain. For it is time to seek the Lord till he come and rain righteousness upon you. But what do you got to do first? I'm going to skip this real quick because I don't want to confuse you. Hosea 11 and 10 and 11, and it says, I will make Ephraim to ride, and Judah shall plow, and Jacob shall break its clods. Before you can sow, you got to break that fallow ground, get rid of the clods, and then you actually plant the furrows. So then you can sow and then reap. So what does it take when you talk about an actual good tree? Can't just go around saying like, hey, listen, I'm a good tree because you know what I'm saying? No, man. I'm going to tell you something, family. This whole understanding, it's an everlasting understanding. Like this doesn't end. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm good now. I don't know, man. It's every day. This is a continuing growth. It is a continuing growth. And every single day, you peel yourself one inch or 1 centimeter or not 1 foot, but away from your flesh, spiritually speaking. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt. So with you not knowing who you are according to the Bible, with you not knowing that you descend from this person, are supposed to keep these particular structures in your life, are supposed to raise your family a certain way, are supposed to have a standard to raise. If you don't know that, you're only going to make your tree corrupt. Because guess what, family? Well, I don't know about you, man, but my kids pay the bills. I got responsible children. Yeah, and that's it. That's all they know, how to work. That's all they are. They don't know the Most High. They don't have no understanding. They got no spirituality. They got no discernment. They just raise kids just like that. Like scriptures say, don't be happy with unprofitable children. Meaning what? If they're not here to teach the laws, they're not profitable. For the tree is known by his fruits. How do we determine his fruits? How does one determine somebody's fruits? How do we know when you're actually going the proper way? Matthew 23:26. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter. The first thing is you got to do is look at your ass. You see, for example, look, family, I'm going to tell you this right now. I would love to have like a few more people listening, right? But see, people don't care. Gente doesn't care when you actually got to change. You want history? I give it to you. Oh, shit, you want me to talk about Canaanites? I'll give it to you. But as soon as I talk about anything to do with, hey, man, replant the seed, refresh your mind. Oh, man, you guys run. And those other channels are no different. Just enough to make you feel good because you don't want to do the work. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter. Peter 1:2 said, we all have guile. We all have envy. We all have evil speaking. No, I don't do that. Okay. That the outside of them may be clean. So again, we go back to this whole tree concept, right? That's why it says, learn not the way of the heathen. Why? Because their custom is vain. How is that? They deck themselves with silver and gold. They're trees. But remember, we're talking about trees. So these blind Pharisees deck themselves with silver and gold on the outside. But on the inside, they're dirty. Woe to you, scribe and Pharisee. Now, I'm telling you this because leadership, the scripture said that we are priests. That's why you see the Masons wearing those vests like that. Or Freemasons, or you see these camps doing that because they believe they're priests. That's why. Woe unto, well, not believe that. That's what the scriptures say. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like unto white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful onward. Oh, man. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Look at the car I got. Look how many chicks I have. Man, listen. Look how many women, look how many wives I have. Look how much scripture I know. Look how many doctrines I can bring out. Our truth is only in his house, Hawk. God loves everybody. It doesn't matter if you're gay or not. Hey, listen, pedophilias, pedos apestosos, pedos, that's going to be okay too. Because they're inside. Blind Pharisees, these so-called pastors and priests, cleansed first that which is inside the cup. Why? I'm sorry, I went back. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye are like the white sepulchre. You act all like you're not doing anything, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones, all of uncleanness. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within you are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Silver and gold. You deck yourselves with silver and gold. That's all you guys care about. The outward appearance. That's why I keep saying, learn your history. You're only dressed up as what the older colonizers also dress you as, by the way. You are a so-called what they believe you are. Luke 11. Luke 11, 39. It says here, and the Lord said unto him, now do ye Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward part is full of ravening and wickedness. I know that you guys always look at this scripture, and the first thing you say is trees. Oh, family, we're talking about actual you. For the custom of the people are vain, Jeremiah 10:3. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest, the work of the hand of the workman with an axe, they deck it with silver and gold. For the custom of the people are vain. You deck yourselves with silver and gold. You only look at your outward appearance. Most of you don't realize that that's still what you deal with. Like when you sit in a nice little car, let's say, for example, some of you guys have a new car. You know damn well that ego kicks in. You forget about the laws or anything. I'll bet you anything you do. You forget about all of that, man. You're driving a nice little car. Young lady looks at you. Oh, damn. It says, and the Lord said unto you, now do ye Pharisees make clean the outside of the cup and the platter, but your inward part is full of ravening and wickedness. Ye fools, did not he that made that which is without make that which is within also? Meaning, why are you hiding, bro? Why even try not to admit it? There's no way to hide you. Like, don't you believe he made the outside of you like your flesh? Don't you think he knows who you are inside? Let's see, what's it? I don't identify as Dominican, more as Taino of Quisqueya, Dominican term, a member of the preaching fire founded by Saint Dominic. Man, that's beautiful. That's right, baby. Hold on a second. Hold on, here we go. Hold on.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Viva los Taínos, cabrones. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hold on a second, bro. I like that. I'm glad you said it like that. So again, it goes back to inwardly, man. Whatever it is that you're dressed up with and you still feel that that's part of you and you are having a hard time letting go of your old ways, well, guess what? You're no different than a Pharisee. That's why when you look at Jeremiah, stop looking at it just like a tree, family. I mean, yeah, you can, you know what I'm saying? But the scriptures talk about that it's twofold. It's in Joel, I believe, or Job 34, 24. If somebody knows it, if you could. It talks about that the scriptures are twofold. Jeremiah 10:3, for the custom of the people are vain. Now, it says on verse 2, learn not the way of the heathen. Verse 3, for the custom of the people are vain. How? How is it that they're vain? Well, first thing they do is, one cutted the tree out of the forest. The work of the hand of the workman with the axe, meaning they prepare and they kind of like, you buy that nice clothes, you buy the nice car, but not for productive reasons, because it makes you feel good. They deck it with silver and with gold. You know why? Because instead of taking care of some serious issue that you got, you're going to buy the gold chain because You're upset. Your girl did something. You're bothered by this. So now you're going to cover it up with what you feel. They deck it with silver and with gold. You know why? Because silver and gold makes you happy. It covers up. It makes the image, the facade. Hey, listen, man. This damn woman, I'm going to go get me a drink. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not, meaning it's all vanity. What tree are you? What kind of tree do you want to plant too? Because listen, family, for every decision that you make, don't you think it affects your children? Of course it does. Because you know what? Like I said, as you keep growing in your life, your actions or reactions also grow as well with you. So how you treat people or react to people, they always remember that of you. So if you're still an a-hole, guess what? That's all people know about you. Isaiah 30:28, and he breathed as an overflowing stream that shall reach to the midst of the neck. I'm sorry, and his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity. You see what I mean, family? It's for a purpose. Don't think that these Christmas celebrations are only because the nations all do it and that's the only reason. You're being tested. How vainful are you? I talked to a brother earlier today. He said something real beautiful. He said, my children, he talked to me about certain things. And he said, my children said, yeah, they're not too happy with the fact they don't celebrate Christmas, but they don't want to upset their father. And since the Bible says, since the scriptures say you're not supposed to, well, they don't celebrate. That's beautiful. Because we see here, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity. The more willing you are to feed that flesh, the more you are of Babylon. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. So, Matthew 3:10 says, and now also the axe is laid unto the root of the tree. Let me read that again. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the tree. Therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire. Interestingly enough, the next scripture says, and I indeed baptize you with water unto repentance. But he that cometh after me is mightier than I. So he mentions water again. And he also mentions in the previous verse, cut that root out. Cut it out. Begin, kind of like be reborn again. Matthew 6:17. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorn or figs of thistle? So you know them by their actions. Like, for example, so-called BHIs, right? IUIC and what's their name? IUCPK. They're fighting in the street. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Is that how you gather your sheep? By showing them how hard you are? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree, let me repeat that, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. How? If you cut it or hewed it from the root and begun and dug deep and broke that ground, destroyed that fallow ground, got rid of them clods, that old you, those old religions, those old beliefs, those old ideas, A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Why? Because you've done the work. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Why? Because they've never took out the evil root from themselves. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire, wherefore by their fruit ye shall know them. We've seen enough examples, family, of what Christians have done and what BHI does, and the hypocrisy of both these so-called religious, so-called scholars. But at every single moment, they minimize your power. They minimize your spirit. For example, on the BHI side, they tell you, shut your ass up. We're Judah, Ak, and you're a Northern Kingdomer, and you don't know anything. You're just a silly dove. That's what you are. On the Christian side, they don't embrace your suffering or oppression. No, they call it doctrine of discovery, or they just simply ignore it. By not telling you who you are according to your spirit, you will always be weak. So it is our job to make sure that we feed our family and ourselves, because no one else is going to do that for us. And I'm so happy that I'm seeing this, like I told you, family, because there's a spirit waking up, and it's even feeding our little kids, bro. Even, so what if it's on a political level? If some of y'all don't want to talk to them, whatever, you guys don't live, I don't care, man. I'm like I told you, I got visors, man. You guys either hang on or you don't. I don't give a shit. It's like the brother, the maestro. El maestro said, "Listen, man, I'm sorry, the brother. He said, I don't care what you think. I'm doing my job. I'm showing y'all what it is. And if you don't like what I say or some words that I share, oh well. Let's go."
Eran tiempos en que mandábamos nosotros, eran tiempos de la masa campesina. No luchábamos por bastardos intereses, no nos guiaba la vanidad ni el odio, nos guiaban los anhelos de justicia y libertad. Estamos pasando por una gran falta de ciudadanía y patriotismo. Necesitamos escuchar y abrir nuestros corazones para poder vivir en un país donde tengamos el orgullo de decir, soy mexicano. Buen día tengan diputados, compañeros, padres de familia y público amante de la buena palabra. Represento a la escuela primaria de jornada ampliada Cuauhtémoc de la comunidad de Xcabil, municipio de José María Morelos. Hoy tengo el agrado de presentar el tema Transparencias y medidas contra actos de corrupción. Todos estamos atónitos ante la corrupción, la ausencia de valores que levantan la ola de violencia en nuestro estado. ¿Cuántos de los aquí presentes no hemos gritado, ya basta de asesinatos, secuestros, violaciones y robos? La corrupción es uno de los grandes males del mundo. Se ha convertido en uno de los principales obstáculos que impiden el crecimiento de los pueblos y de la historia. Hemos tenido gobiernos que se han servido del abuso del poder y la impunidad. Los pueblos se han manifestado en contra de los malos gobiernos que han padecido guerras civiles, revoluciones, movimientos armados y distintas manifestaciones populares. Han sido los medios de expresión para reclamar la libertad y la justicia. Sin embargo, hoy en nuestros días, políticos y gobernantes hacen hasta lo imposible para conservar sus privilegios, sin importar la miseria por la que estamos pasando los pueblos en México. Ya no nos sorprende escuchar a diario en los noticieros que es inútil luchar contra la corrupción, ya que nuestras autoridades de todos los niveles protegen y cubren a todo aquel que con dinero o poder haga una atrocidad en contra de un ciudadano o de la sociedad. La delincuencia en Quintana Roo es una cachetada, un insulto para los que amamos esta tierra. Ejecuciones, levantones, violaciones y lo más triste, el robo descarado e impune de Roberto Borges. Y me pregunto, ¿qué están haciendo nuestras autoridades? Si alguno de los aquí presentes hubiera robado una gallina para alimentar a su familia, ya le hubieran dictado sentencia por 10 años de prisión. Tú, diputado o diputada, ¿qué haces que no legislas para ponerlo tras las rejas? ¿Tienes miedo o ya te llegó al precio? Es una vergüenza nacional que se tengan que enviar 100 carros de policía para desalojar a gente que construye una casa en un terreno de 15 por 20 metros, esperándose al patrimonio de su familia. La incongruencia. Borja invade, vende y regala terrenos descomunales a familiares y amigos. ¿Y a él? ¿Quién lo molesta? Por esa razón, diputado, porque no haces tu trabajo y legislas en bien de tu pueblo, que es quien te puso ahí para velar por sus intereses. ¿O es que pagaste por sus credenciales y ahora solo te interesa recuperar lo invertido, aceptando sobornos? Perdón, público, me emocioné, pero si me ofrecen una lanita a los que les dolió o llegó, cambio mi discurso por halagos. Tenía que decir la realidad, si no después se van y no los vuelvo a ver. Es triste darse cuenta de que la sociedad completa ha hecho de la corrupción un estilo de vida que no discrimina ni edad, sexo, religión o etnia. ¿Cuántos no la practicamos? Que si Pedro dice, no te lleves con Carlos porque me cae mal, si me apoyas, invito al desayuno. O, Poli, ¿cuánto y no me ponen la infracción? O que a las televisoras más grandes únicamente transmite lo que al que está sentado en los pinos le conviene. Sin embargo, de nada me sirve mi participación si solo me dedico a mencionar lo que toda persona sabe. Ya basta de gobernantes y políticos corruptos, merecen el desprecio de los pueblos. Hay que decir, la corrupción está metida en todos los sistemas. Compañeros, quiero exhortarlos a que formen parte de los que dicen no a la corrupción. Nos corresponde cambiar al mundo con alegría, con la práctica de buenos valores y con firmeza. Padres en el núcleo familiar, se forman las bases, se forma la actitud que tendremos hacia la... Corresponde cambiar al mundo con alegría, con la práctica de buenos valores y con firmeza. Padres en el núcleo familiar, se forman las bases, se forma la actitud que tendremos hacia la vida y la sociedad, que los necesitamos unidos para aprender a volar con vuelo seguro. Maestro, también de ti necesito compañerismo, educación y esfuerzo, tolerancia y respeto. Si exigimos también, tenemos decisiones de dar. Seamos ciudadanos activos de los cambios reales y emprendamos con energía el papel que nos corresponda. Gracias.
That's right, man. That's fire right there.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's fire, bro. Hey, now that I have more people, bro, you're gonna give me ideas now. Because I used to do classes of different tribes. Well, I was doing them at first, but there was like 25 members, I think, 50. And then I stopped for a bit. I'll start doing them again, bro, because I got some information on our gente. Especially like in Aruba, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Trinidad. Where else? What's that island? I can't remember the small island, man. I'm so bad at remembering these islands. Not the common one. It's a specific one. Anyways, I don't want to forget, but I will, brother, for sure. Hasta donde yo sé, en República Dominicana no hay más indios nativos. Yeah, there are, bro. They sent them over there too. They were sending our people to Cuba. But listen, check this. Look, family, when I share this about our gente right now, or like, let's say this particular tribe, Mexicas, I'm not excluding the rest of y'all. This same mindset that we all have this mindset. I want to tell you, we all have this mindset. Every single one of us. I want you to understand that. There's no tribe tripping here. Whether I'm Asher or Judah, Issachar or Manasseh, it doesn't matter. We all going together. Well, not all of us, but there's no like category here. Some people are supposed to bring it out, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to lord over them, you stupid asses. Let's go, man. Pay attention.
En llanto, con la emoción a flor de piel y con porra. Así es como este joven de Aguascalientes recibió la medalla de oro que ganó en la edición 64 de la Olimpiada Internacional de Matemáticas realizada en Japón.
La medalla se la dedico a México y a mi familia.
Obtener ese lugar no fue sencillo. Rogelio inició su participación en las Olimpiadas Mexicanas a los 11 años de edad y a nivel internacional ha conseguido varias medallas. Oro en la Olimpiada Iberoamericana, oro en la Olimpiada Matemática de Centroamérica y el Caribe, bronce en la Olimpiada Internacional de Matemáticas en el 2022 y ahora la máxima presea en el mismo certamen, al resolver en 2 días 5 de los 6 problemas expuestos.
Sí estaban difíciles, más el segundo día, como el problema 5 estaba muy bonito, aunque estaba complicado para esa exposición, y el 6 era una bestia.
Además de las habilidades en álgebra, combinatoria, teoría de números y geometría, él y toda la selección mexicana participaron en un campamento previo a esta competencia.
Complicado para esa exposición, y el 6 era una bestia.
Además de las habilidades...
Hey, does anybody know what that means?
A ver, que alguien me explique.
You guys don't know the power you carry. Let's go.
Habilidades en álgebra, combinatoria, teoría de números y geometría. Él y toda la selección mexicana participaron en un campamento previo a esta competencia en China y recibieron asesoría sobre diversas estrategias a la hora de responder los exámenes.
Intenten todos los problemas. ¿Por qué? Porque si no intentas un problema es un 0 garantizado. Entonces está, por ejemplo, eso, ¿no? Que es muy claro. También estrategias como cómo distribuir tu tiempo sobre el examen.
Con ayuda de esas herramientas, el equipo mexicano también obtuvo 3 medallas de plata, posición que fue para estudiantes de Guerrero, Sinaloa y Nuevo León, y el bronce para otros 2 alumnos, uno de Nuevo León y el otro de la Ciudad de México, lo que posicionó a México.
Hey, Jeremias, think about this, bro. It's like imagine grabbing a sand, you know, because the scripture says we're like the sand of the sea, right? So grab some sand and make like say you have a basketball, right, as big as you are, and just toss the sand. Like, matter of fact, put glue all over the basketball. Grab a bunch of sand and just toss it all over, and all the sand is gonna land all over the ball. That's exactly what happens here, bro. That's exactly what happens. We're all over the place. All right, we're all over the place. Let's go.
Con el lugar 14 entre 100 países.
Recibimos muchas felicitaciones de otros países de Latinoamérica. Creo que fuimos el primer lugar. En particular a Brasil le ganamos por 2 puntos.
El equipo regresará a nuestro país la próxima semana e iniciará la selección de participantes para la Olimpiada Iberoamericana de Matemáticas, que se realizará en Brasil en septiembre de este año.
Talking about the seed, family. We're talking about the seed. You know, a corrupt tree does not bring forth good fruit. Now, I can show
you think
you know examples of like corrupt trees, right?
Do you really?
I'm not really going to right now, but I will a little bit, so at least you can understand. See the significance, the difference. Try to tell me man, shut your ass up. Y'all don't know anything. Let's go.
Puede ser una materia difícil y no muy atractiva para los jóvenes al momento de considerar una carrera profesional. Algunos creen que se necesita tener talento especial para estudiarla, pero un niño mexicano superdotado lo tiene de sobra, con una maestría en biología y un título de químico farmacéutico en camino. Gaby Tlaseca nos presenta al genio de la ciencia.
¿Alguna vez se han preguntado por qué envejecemos? ¿Qué pasa en las partículas más pequeñas de nuestro cuerpo, llamadas células?
Con una maestría en biología molecular a sus 12 años y un coeficiente intelectual de 155 puntos, Ian Emanuel es un pequeño gigante que está por graduarse como químico farmacobiólogo a sus 13 años de edad, 10 años antes de un estudiante normal.
Pues es algo sumamente emocionante, es algo que yo anhelaba, que yo quería entrar en la carrera y graduarme, y al fin que lo estoy logrando es algo maravilloso.
Su camino no ha sido fácil. Ser un niño superdotado le costó ser víctima de bullying durante la primaria. Lo rechazaban, pues nunca se conformaba con lo que le enseñaban sus maestros.
Se siente bien saber que puedes aprender un poquito más rápido y temas algo más complejos. Y aunque a veces te miras raro, no sé, se siente como raro. Y a veces cuesta un poco más relacionarte con personas de tu edad.
Justo durante su dura primaria fue cuando se percataron de que Ian Emanuel era superdotado. Sandra, su mamá, ha sido clave.
Como mamá, solo tuve que apoyarlo. Le daba educación en casa. Cuando había algún tema en el que debíamos profundizar, conseguía cursos.
Su hambre por aprender, tenacidad y constancia lo llevaron a convertirse en el biólogo molecular más joven del mundo.
¿Cuál ha sido mi labor? Sacrificar para que él pueda lograr lo que sueña.
Ian Emanuel es estudiante de la Universidad de Guadalajara y es de los niños mexicanos detectados con esta enorme capacidad a temprana edad. Su grandeza y mente brillante están atrapadas en un cuerpo de niño cuyo objetivo es ser un gran investigador para poder curar muchas enfermedades.
My family, I didn't know this, but you know what? I Yeah, yo. I didn't know he was from Guadalajara. Just kidding, man. Let's continue. Overall, man, it makes me happy. Makes me happy to hear this, man. Makes me happy. Because you know what? All you ever heard was you guys are being wetback spics, stupid asses. Y'all don't know anything. Undergraduates, low, what's that called? Low IQ, low GPA, you dropouts. For example, matter of fact, look, check it out. What is the average Hispanic? Yeah, I don't want to put IQ. Hispanic drop out rate. What? You took that out? Man. Average. Stop. Go drop out rates. You'll see. Look at that. Man, a lot of dropouts in this time. I remember this was my time right here. I don't know if my wife is watching, but hey, babe, and kids, you're watching. Look, now you know. 1995, 1990. Man, that was a heavy, damn crazy year. These years is when I grew up, family, right here. Massive stupidity. I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Hopefully, dropout is changing, but from my understanding, it was pretty bad growing up. Well, the past decade, Hispanic high school dropout rates have dropped dramatically. Oh, man. Hey, man. Hispanics are making big inroads in college enrollment. That's right. Hispanics still lag in other groups in obtaining a fourth-year degree. Okay, well, you know what I mean. Hold on. Bruh. Okay, well, you know, again. What's up, TDW Maverick? Hispanics are significantly less likely than other groups to have student debt. Well, yeah, because they don't go to college. But that's what we hear. You guys ain't shit. You're not hearing that today. I want you to know where you're from, who you descend from, that you're Shemitic, okay? I want you to know that. And that you come from royalty. And again, a tree brings forth good fruit. But a corrupt tree will never bring forth good fruit. And we'll get to see some corrupt ones.
Estamos listos de regreso y ahora compartiéndoles lo que se está haciendo viral en internet. Afortunadamente en este caso es algo muy positivo, no nada más para las redes, sino para nuestro país. Ahí está el Excelsior resaltando la historia de este niño genio, como dice el título, niño genio mexicano, arrasa en el Mundial de Matemáticas. Le platico, uno de los pequeñitos mexicanos que viajaron a Malasia al Campeonato Mundial de Matemáticas se levantó con un rotundo triunfo. Se trata de Sergio Chapa, originario de la ciudad de Chihuahua, quien con 7 añitos de edad nada más, se coronó este domingo con el primer lugar en el Campeonato Mundial de Aritmética Mental 2017, que se realizó en Kuala Lumpur, en Malasia, en donde no solamente terminó 2 minutos antes del límite de tiempo, sino que obtuvo una calificación perfecta al resolver de manera correcta 70 problemas. Inclusive le fue otorgado el título de gran campeón por obtener una calificación perfecta y así ganarle a más de 900 niños de 30 países, entre los que destacaban Alemania, España, Estados Unidos, China, Canadá, Reino Unido e India.
Well, you either care or you don't. Now, I want you to pay attention to this here. Because, by the way, those are different kids. They weren't all the same kids. So don't assume that. Now, I know I showed you this gentleman earlier, but just relax. It's not the same one. We're going to go from here to about here. Okay? Good 2 minutes and 30-some seconds. Let's listen in. Listen to what he says, family, which is why we see a lot of mathematicians, a lot of brain capacity. Let's go.
Fíjate que conforme tú vas narrando, me vienen sonando todavía más preguntas, ¿no? ¿Cuáles fueron las principales razones que orientaron a los tlaxcaltecas a aliarse con los españoles. ¿Y qué otras historias mal contadas hay en nuestra historia? Por citarte un ejemplo, el hecho de que nosotros éramos unos sanguinarios porque sacrificábamos a las personas, que porque nos comíamos los corazones, que porque comíamos perro, etcétera, ¿no? Todas esas historias que se han formado en la percepción de la sociedad mexicana y que han pasado de generación en generación, ¿no? ¿Qué nos puedes hablar de todo esto?
Mira, lo mismo que te digo, son historias para que te afrentes y te avergüences de tu cultura. Nada más ve, si yo te cuento esto, que tus ancestros eran salvajes, que tus ancestros eran sanguinarios, como dices, que tus ancestros comían corazones humanos, ¿verdad? Que eran unos inconscientes y sin razón. Pues ni vas a querer saber de ellos, ¿verdad? Pero si te digo lo siguiente, que en esa época en el mundo, cuando el esplendor mexica, era la cultura que más sabía de astronomía en el planeta. ¿Lo sabías?
Claro, por
Más
supuesto.
de astronomía en el mundo. Dos.
Incluso, sí.
Sabían de ingeniería hidráulica porque la ciudad estaba construida sobre los lagos, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Que sabían de ingeniería agronómica. Somos los inventores del maíz. Inventores del maíz, ¿verdad? Y además, ahora las computadoras y los telefonitos, todo eso funciona gracias al código mexicano binario. Ceros y unos, puntos y rayas y la fórmula 2013. Y esa fórmula ahora se usa en las computadoras. Es mexicana. Entonces aquí la gente pensaba como computadora, ¿verdad? El Vaticano corrigió sus calendarios medievales y arcaicos gracias a esta fórmula, que es súper exacta. Y ahora, ¿quién usa la numeración binaria? La NASA, para sus cálculos astronómicos, ¿verdad? Y pueden calcular y predecir ahora, pero gracias a estos números. Y entonces cuando tú sabes esas cosas grandiosas, dices, a ver, espérame, entonces, ¿quiénes son? Y yo vengo de ahí, pues claro que vienes de ahí, hermano. Somos herederos legítimos de culturas milenarias, esto acabo de decir.
See that, family?
Who are you?
That's what I keep asking you guys. Who are you, man? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? John 15:4. Abide in me, and I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit of itself, of course not. In order for you to break or plant that root, you need first the authority. Scriptures talk about that. Isaiah 28. Whom shall I teach knowledge? Whom shall I teach doctrine? There that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Now, he's asking who? Only a remnant will, by the way. Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself. Of course not, except it abide in the vine. So the only way this happens is if you are of the root of the original tree. No more can ye except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branch. He that abideth in me, I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. Now remember, who is he? He's going to show right now. If a man abide in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire. I'm sorry, I skipped something. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can't do nothing. Why is that, family? If a man abide in me again, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If ye abide in me, if a man abide not in me, is my verse 6. I'm sorry for reading it wrong. Let me read it again. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If ye abide in me, and my word abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. Now, here's the actual important part. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit of what? Of his word. So here, The Messiah is talking about the word. If you abide in the word, you will bring forth good fruit, and you will be a branch that won't wither. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Go to, I want to read, I think I'll stop there. Let's go to Psalms 1:8. I'm sorry, 1:3. Hold on a second real quick. Psalms 1, verse 3, it says, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Who? They that are breaking the fallow ground. They that are actually going through getting rid of the clods. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Why? Because you are chewing his food. You understand what the scriptures are asking you to do, that it's a journey, and you're working towards it, and you're getting rid of all of these damn deceptions. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Why? Because you rooted yourself properly. Nothing's going to easily move you. That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither. And whatsoever he doeth, whatsoever he doeth, shall prosper. Why? Because you're going through the process. Now you can't have gone through it. You're going through it. You're digging. You're peeling. And you're detaching. Amos 9:9, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Interestingly enough, we are the creators of the corn, that he said that. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth? That is of him. Well, that should with it. So he's going to sieve us through. How is he going to do that? How? That's the question, family. Let's go back to Matthew 13. Go back to Matthew 13 real quick. Verse 24. I'll give you a hint. In another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Now, I'm going to show you this real quick. Matthew 21:33. Here's another parable. There was a certain man, householder, which planted a vineyard and hedged it around about and digged a winepress in it and built a tower and let it out to husbandmen and went into a far country. So now we see a little more detail. The parable of the tenant, right? The keeper, so to speak. The tenant, the keeper. Here we see somebody that says, go back to Matthew 13:24, the parable of the weed. So if you're not a keeper, what could happen? If you don't watch your mind, what could happen? Someone can come in and place tares upon you. Watch this. But while he slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Now, just an example on the other verse. But here, I'm trying to prove a point. But when the blades were sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares. Now, we know that that's going to happen a lot. We see it right now. And a lot of you guys are very confused, and a lot of you guys are very unsure, and you're thinking, no, because there's more of them, and they're waking up, and they're saying that we're not the people of the Bible. Yeah. A lot of you guys are scared. But don't you understand? Facts tell, stories sell, family. Can't change what it is. It says, so the servant of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didn't thou sow good seed in the field? So he's probably like, what the hell are you talking about? From whence then had it tares? He said unto them, an enemy had done this. Then the servant said unto him, Will thou then what we go and gather them up? But he said, nay. That's why ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. But let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in the bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Now, first of all, you're not going to really know who's who. And hold on, let me change this. This is giving me some Christmas stuff, man. What the hell's wrong with you guys? You're not going to honestly know what's a good or bad tree. A lot of you guys are also staying in these camps because you think, well, scriptures say the wheat and the tares. Yeah, but why trim your waist to seek love? Just because you don't want to be alone or because you want to congregate. It says let them both grow together. But you also have to be mindful of where you're at. If you're in I'll give you an example, family. If you're in a camp and they're not giving you that oppress. Well, I mean, look, listen, man. I'm not going to try to tell you how to run your shit. I'm showing you guys who you are according to the Bible. You guys decide what you want to do because you're not going to listen to me anyways. Luke 3:9, it says, it reads this. It says, and now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Every tree, therefore, which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into the fire. Look, listen, you guys are already a walking carcass. Sorry to tell you. You want to know why? Because I see it all over the place. I see it in the way that these people move. You guys say that you know the scriptures, and I think you brothers and sisters know who I'm talking about. Isaiah 41:29. Watch what it says. Behold, they are all vanity. Their works are nothing. Their molten images are winds and confusion. You see this all over the place, man. This is the sad part. Whether you're Christian, whether you're BHI, whether you say you don't believe in Christianity or you don't believe in God, but yeah, you're celebrating Christmas, you're doing all these stupidities, you're wearing those dumbass garments, you're trying to impress people. How long are your fringes, Ak? How colorful? How colorful are you? How decked are you? Decked with silver and gold. Silver and gold, fam. Let me go ahead and finish it up. Luke 19, verse 21. And it reads, for I fear thee, because thou art an austere man. Thou taketh up that thou layest not down, and reapeth that thou did not sow. And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth I will judge thee, thou wicked servant. Though thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Now here we're talking about somebody that was given a particular type of a weight, so to speak. I'll show you a pound, but he did nothing with it. Instead, he put it away. As if how can I say this, man? What's the best way to put it? It's like if I give you, it's like I give you something and for the fear of not messing it up, you don't do nothing with it. You know what I mean? You just kind of keep it there and sit there with it. Like, well, I ain't going to show you, but at least I have it. So it's your job to find about you, because someone else does actually may depend on that. Your children maybe. That was the point. This guy didn't do nothing with this. Supposedly, he was too afraid. Then it says here, wherefore then giveth thou, verse 22. And he said unto him, out of thine own mouth I will judge thee, thou wicked servant. out of thy own mouth. Verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, laziness. You're settled. You're okay with what you know. You're not willing to search. You're not willing to dig. And you're not willing to share. Those bring thither and slay them before me. That's what he's going to say. Show you this real quick and then I'll finish it off, family.
Pasamos ahora.
Hold on, that's not what I want to show you. Take a look at this real quick. This link. You guys have a chance, go ahead and read it. It's part of this book. Not the Book of Mormons. The Book of Mormons resources. They use this. They're reading the book. Okay, they're like breaking down certain explanations and meanings, and they're actually showing their whole book and stuff. Like, I don't suggest to read this shit. I mean, for the sake of learning, in regards to like learning, just learning. I don't think you guys are ready to separate your spirit from your flesh. That's the problem. Some of you guys are still stuck in your Christianity. You don't know how to separate the flesh and the spirit. That's the problem. You don't know how to read something and separate it from your actual spirit understanding. A lot of you guys get stuck. So sometimes I even wonder, but then again, you know what? It's not up to me. It's up to you guys to understand what I'm talking about. And if you're rushing to get to somewhere, then you're going to rush to fall. It's like those people that are rushing to stop. Like they're always cutting and trying to get ahead of you, and all of a sudden you guys end up in the same stop sign. Just like that. People hurrying up to stop. It's pretty stupid. So again, it's our job to learn who we are according to the Bible. And I'm going to keep repeating this, man, because I got brothers here that are telling us, listen, wake up, man. It's time to wake up. Learn who you are, damn it. It's time. Let's go. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Oh, glory to our Father, man. Stick around, family. I'll let it play for 8, and then I'm out. Take care.
Tampoco descubrieron América, porque aquí no se llamaba México. Hubo un encubrimiento, ¿verdad? No fue descubrimiento. Tampoco. Hubo un encubrimiento, ¿verdad? No fue descubrimiento. Tampoco descubrieron América, porque aquí no se llamaba América. Y es una tontería decir, venimos y los descubrimos, ¿no? Nosotros vamos a Europa y vamos a descubrirlos, ¿no? Aquí había autoconocimiento, ¿no? La gente sabía de sí misma. Ahora llegan a Veracruz, Río Grijalva, y que los indígenas eran tontos para no saber cómo se llamaba el río, o Mar de Cortés, ¿verdad? Nueva España. No, aquí no se llamaba Nueva España, aquí se llamaba Náhuatl. Entonces, desde ahí empiezan a cortar tu autoconocimiento y tu raíz, ¿verdad? Y fíjate nada más, quien logró la independencia de este país y quien hizo la revolución de este país fueron los indígenas, o los mal llamados indígenas o indios, como dices, ¿no? Y después de que se ganó la independencia, todos estos grupos fueron olvidados, nomás los agarraron de carne de cañón, ¿verdad? Y después otra vez los que estaban en el poder, los criollos, se volvieron a instalar. Y desde hace 500 años, México es un botín, es un saqueo tremendo. Y entonces no quieren que se sepa la verdad, porque al saber la verdad, estaría serruchando la rama donde están sentados muchos de forma ilegítima, empezando hasta por nuestros propios gobiernos, que les dan las preferencias a empresas extranjeras, a gobiernos extranjeros, y la gente de aquí jodida, ¿verdad? Y ya por ahí medio les engañan con sus circos de apoyo, y al final, todos jodidos, sin identidad, sin raíz, sin cultura, vamos. Somos un país que tiene una cultura que ya quisieran otros en el mundo. Tenemos en lo que quieras, podemos hablar del tema que quieras, y rebasamos. Pero curiosamente los mexicanos somos los más incultos. Entonces te dan una historia para personas colonizadas. Pensamos como gente colonizada. Y tú acabas de decir un término ahorita. Dijiste los conquistadores. No, no fueron conquistadores. Aquí nunca hubo una conquista. Aquí vinieron a invadir, vinieron a despojar y vinieron a traicionar. Entonces nunca hubo una conquista, ¿verdad? Fue eso, despojos, traiciones, asesinatos. Y digo, la gente no lo quiere ver porque es doloroso, porque es feo. Entonces la gente está como dopada, ¿no? Como anestesiada, y ella misma se anestesia a propósito para no ver la verdad. Por eso la vida social, la vida personal, es efímera, está degradada, no hay nada auténtico, no hay nada verdadero. Mira, como acá te acabo de decir, la historia está hecha para personas colonizadas y está hecha por extranjeros. Entonces, si está hecha por los que vinieron a invadir, pues no van a hablar a su favor, ¿verdad? Pues hay gente que dice tal historia, no, es que lo escribió Cortés, entonces es cierto porque lo escribió Cortés, es que lo escribió tal fraile, entonces es cierto porque lo escribió ese fraile, y no hay una historia platicada por la gente originaria de este pueblo, están dando una versión, y la otra, ¿por qué no cuentan, por ejemplo, que los españoles nomás peleaban con niños y con mujeres, que mandaban adelante a sus aliados, y ellos llegaban a pelear con mujeres y con niños? Por eso es que después a los niños mexicanos les cortaban el pulgar, y a cualquier niño que naciera después y era varón, le cortaban el pulgar. Quedaba con 4 dedos el niño, para que no usara arco ni arma, como Lucero de la Mañana, que es gran flechador del cielo. Entonces se perdió todo eso. Hay cantos sagrados antiguos, que en ceremonias se cantan todavía, donde dicen, esos cantos hacen remembranza, cómo los niños peleaban con los españoles, las mujeres, y cómo le dieron su chinga a Hernán Cortés. Mira, nada más antes de entrar en esos detalles históricos, porque hay fuentes, ¿verdad? Fidedignas que denota la verdad, ¿verdad? Ve la diferencia nada más entre lo que era un guerrero azteca, un guerrero mexica, de ánimo invencible y de voluntad inquebrantable, y lo que es ser un mercenario, traidor y chillón. Fíjate. Tú sabes de Cuauhtémoc, del adalid mexicano, el héroe de guerra, claro, que le mandaron quemar los pies a Hernán Cortés, ¿verdad?
Sí.
¿Sabes cómo le quemaron los pies?
No, ahí sí desconozco.
Bueno, le metieron los pies en aceite hirviendo, como una mojarrita más. No fue en brasitas ni en fueguito, le metieron los pies en aceite hirviendo. Lo torturaron durante 2 años, porque lo curaban y lo volvían a meter las patitas al aceite hirviendo. Le terminaron quemando manos y cabeza. Y la historia dice que Cuauhtémoc no rajó, nunca dijo dónde estaba el tesoro, ¿cierto? Porque sí, era un guerrero invencible y de voluntad inquebrantable. Bueno, Hernán Cortés en esta noche de la victoria, que cita, no triste, triste es para ellos.
Claro.
¿Verdad? Cuitláhuac fue el invicto, él nunca perdió una guerra. Él era el jefe de armas del gobierno mexicano. A él le ganó la viruela, porque metieron sábanas infectadas de viruelas en sus habitaciones, se infectó de viruela y de eso murió. ¿Verdad? Él brincó al puente cuando los españoles huían, cuando habían matado a traición a Moctezuma y a Cacama y a otros jefes de Estado que los tenían ahí prisioneros. Van huyendo en la famosa calzada de Tacuba, ¿verdad? Bueno, ahora se llama calzada de Tacuba. Antes eran puentes. Se dan cuenta que van huyendo en silencio y empieza el combate. Los guerreros mexicanos peleaban desde agua, desde las lanchas, y los españoles y sus aliados y mercenarios peleaban desde los puentes. Brincó un guerrero, que fue Cuitláhuac el invicto, al puente. Bajó a Cortés de su caballo y le puso tal chinga que Cortés se puso a llorar. ¿Por qué eso no les dicen que se le hincó y se puso a llorar? No me mate. ¿Por qué no dicen eso? Ahora la pregunta es, ¿por qué no lo mató? ¿Por qué no lo mató ahí? Porque un guerrero no mata. El guerrero no se mandaba solo. Había una orden de aprehensión en contra de Cortés por alta traición y por la muerte de Moctezuma y de los demás jefes de Estado. Quien gobernaba no era el Tlatoani. Él ejecutaba, pero gobernaba el Tlatocán, como ahora el Parlamento. El que designó posteriormente a Cuauhtémoc, no se nombró solito, ¿verdad? Lo nombró un consejo de gobierno, que era el Tlatocán. Entonces se libraron las órdenes de aprehensión, ¿verdad? Y Cortés debería ser juzgado. Entonces por eso Cuitláhuac no lo mató. Lo pudo haber matado ahí, como ellos hacían, matando niños, mujeres, ancianos y a quien se les atravesara, ¿verdad? Y quizás la historia hubiera tomado otro curso, ¿verdad? Finalmente ya tenían la visión de venir a invadir. Llegó Cortés porque le robó el mandado, como vulgarmente se dice, a Diego Velázquez, a su jefe. Le robó los bergantines, se vino con sus secuaces y se adelantó a la invasión. Por eso empezó a mandar oro a Carlos V para que lo perdonara, ¿verdad? Porque él iba a ser juzgado por los españoles también. Por eso tenía una orden de aprehensión por ellos. Pánfilo de Narváez lo venía a apresar y traicionó al propio Pánfilo de Narváez. Manda a sus frailes leguleyos, les ofrece oros a los que venían con Pánfilo de Narváez, traicionan a Pánfilo de Narváez, lo matan y otra vez él se queda con la consigna de invadir estas tierras. Entonces le gana, llora. Y ellos, como ellos escriben la historia, es historia para colonizados, pues le pusieron la noche triste. No, es la noche de la victoria. Los niños y las niñas se aprestan a la guerra, los hombres y mujeres preparan ya sus armas. El humo se esparcía, el enemigo huía. Hernán Cortés lloraba, Cuitláhuac señoreaba. Ahí está el canto antiguo, ¿verdad? Caracoles y trompetas retumban en la montaña. Les daba pavor pelear con los guerreros mexicanos. Mira, hay una crónica de un fraile que se llamó José de Acosta, también conocido como Joseph de Acosta. Él en sus historias dice que le daba gallardía al encuentro, mejor dicho, le daba gallardía ver un combate de un guerrero con otro. Le daba gallardía al encuentro que un guerrero águila o jaguar, desafiara a 20 guerreros. Y era causa que uno o dos de estos guerreros desbarataran un ejército, que enfijado el pie en un sitio, no bastaba moverlos de allí 100 hombres a 2 guerreros mexicanos. Y entonces la gente piensa que los españoles llegaron como Rambos, acabando con todos los guerreros de este país. Pues no es cierto, fueron traiciones. Y ellos peleaban nomás con mujeres, niños y ancianos. Ellos peleaban al final. Ellos nunca pelearon en encuentros directos con los españoles, con los mexicanos. Cuando tuvieron encuentros directos con los guerreros aztecas, perdían. Un solo guerrero, la famosa historia de Citlalcátzin, que después de que los vencen de esa famosa noche de la victoria, él los va persiguiendo. Un solo guerrero, Citlalcátzin, un capitán, no lo podían vencer a un guerrero. Le tenían pavor porque se disfrazaba, salía con su atuendo de oro, de repente con jade, con plumas, de repente con manta, se disfrazaba de muchas formas, le tenían pavor a Citlalcátzin, un solo guerrero, y nomás a puras pedradas se los llevaba.
En la Plaza de Reyes, la 50, soplón, yeah. ¿Qué vas a saber?
¿Qué vas a saber tú? Oye, chibolito, faltóme. Pulpín de los pulpines, batería de Rapunzel, de rapeos, de raptos, de lagartos en cuartel. Cualquier la pega de cruel con un viejo coronel. Soy flujo, se me antojó dormirme en el laurel. Elevé mi level con un label y un Faber-Castell. Ya un papel, lo empape con sangre de todo aquel que se jura Nobel y no ve mis trenes en la riel. What's so man? ¿Por qué no sacan la tablet? Juro por mis abuelos que no te hablo por las powers. Soy chinchado neto, búscame por pico sour y te voy a meter al centro loco como Beckenbauer. Escúchame atento mi bro, que estamos rompiendo el pro. El negro de Plaza de Reyes como siempre rompe de este micrófono. Que quiere meterle como yo pero no puede meterle taco pro. Si te pensaba que solo era un gallo, déjame decirle que se equivocó. Real motherfucker feeling on the street. Es el black shit, black sea metal de Plaza de Kings. Motherfucker, so bloom.
Nero Luigi, man, desempeño en la victoria para que sepa. Incas Mo, it's money gang, gang, yeah, yeah, Yo también he llorado, gente. También me han desplazado por mi rasgo afrodescendiente. Sí, un perro no habla pero siente. Cuento historias callejeras pa' barrios de delincuentes. Soy un perro que te ladra, que te muerde y que te huele, nene. Soy más que Lele, ustedes para mí son pelele. Con mi jauría todo el día en busca de los cheles. Tengo un perro en fiscalía que nos mueve los papeles y otro en la comisaría para evitar el susto. Muchas veces me han llevado por solo como luzco. Perdón, madre mía, si yo le causé un disgusto, pero en esta vía yo crecí rodeado de perros chuscos. Yo sé que me quieren ganar, yo sé que me quieren tumbar y no pasará porque soy de verdad. Está súper refina la Dodo Style, metido en latina aprendiendo un style. Yo tengo el style, no mido la raza del perro, yo mido por la lealtad y yo soy leal. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás. La calle limeña aquí nadie la tiene, ya nada es igual. Tiene que respetar, tiene que respetar. La calle te enseña lo que no te enseña la universidad. Saliste ese peña aquí con una seña te tiran para atrás. La calle limeña aquí nada le doy, ya nada es igual. Tiene que respetar, si yo soy tu papá. Cinco Mob, negro. Cinco Mob, nigga. Nero Luigi, man. Incas Mob, it's money gang, gang, gang,
Hey, yo. Yango en la maldita casa. Me llaman pa' que les dé al menos una vez al mes. Se metieron al lago y olvidaron que era el mes. For everybody bless. La fama es una puta, me está llamando a las 3.
Dile que llame después de las 16 y 25. Volví de la infancia de Abraham Lincoln. Con fuerza ya hinco, luchando para salir del rincón. Letra callejera en CD brinco. Under del under, puede que tu viejo te lo mande. Sale de vez en cuando como el cóndor por los Andes. Mi cuerpo no es de madera como Dandy. Antes que me branden, yo seré el ola que los expande. Aunque esto me pique en la madera, no sirven ni para romper el ticket de un evento afuera. Loco por la carrera, desafían la gravedad. Yo espero tras la barrera y llego con la novedad. Niña, tú solo espera que ya encontré la manera. He visto bastante por querer lograrlo saltando escalones dentro de la escalera. La vida me puso al depósito, yo soy de púlpito pa' que el mundo conociéramos de esta parte mejor interprete que y de esta cordillera sin luz afuera. Que
Que el espectáculo es dentro, la calle es mi templo, tiembla el pavimento, cuando yo me concentro, mis disparos son temas, la calle un poema, se siente desde cuando entro. Y a toditos estos drogaditos que creen que rapean, los regreso al centro de mi balcón. Yo he visto el clon del clon en la misma gestión, pero a la malla no llega el balón, y para esta pantalla no soy el patrón. Yo ya me sé la cuestión, y doy fe por cada renglón, consciente de la operación del final de Mbappé con la edad de bufón. Veían una maldita casa, plaza de rey y papá, el Nero Luigi, Black Mental, hip hop peruano, rasgo en la maldita base.
Yeah, man. Oh, respect and love from the world, nigga. Show them. You nigga on a microphone. Can't vaya si te number 15. Rock, you on the studio. Bomba, claro. ¿De qué manera sufre el alma cuando alguien se va? No hay medicina que cure esa larga enfermedad. La vitamina de la vida en esta sociedad es tan divina que por nombre tiene libertad. Libérate de la mentira que está por llegar. Mide tu orgullo antes de empezar a hablar. Cierra la puerta a quien no merezca entrar, porque hay mucho que se fue y sueña con regresar. Hablemos en silencio y así no me mentirás. El poder de la palabra muere cuando hablan de más. No me fío de oraciones que se dicen por detrás. Si me miras a los ojos no te mentiré jamás. Que besar por besar es jugar por jugar. Y vivir sin amor es vivir sin amar. Solo queda la fe, solo queda soñar. Ponte de pie, ready para luchar. Some love, I can just smoke and there are some love them. I can just smoke and there are some love. I remember no fire, no girl. Ribby day. Cali with a farmer soul, yeah. ¿De cuánto tiempo hablamos cuando hablamos de querer? Si la mitad lo malgastamos solo en comprender. ¿De qué manera es más fácil aprender? Que nacemos para ganar y morimos al perder. No puedo dejar de animarte, que cuando te caigas debes levantarte. Llegué para contarte que no todo artista muere por su arte. Traigo el honor de un humano con valor que utiliza poesía para respirar mejor. Escribo prosa para vengar al amor y recuerda aquella rosa que tiraron al contenedor. ¿Dónde se quedó el amor? Hey, I no voy a sitio no microphone forever never. Tell me, roll some love. I can just smoke and the light. Some love them. I Rastafari my life. Some love. I remember no fire, no burn. Ribby day. I live with a farmer soul, yeah. Reggae man a farmer warrior. Warrior day. Not a really thing. Oh, yeah, man. Y se piensa que la música es un juego, lo lleva claro, hermano. Desde España, internacional, bomba, clack, y Lego. Not really easy. No. You nigga on a microphone. Hey, tell us what. Tell us anything. Tell if I'm a Rasta feeling on my sin. Hey, more love.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.